At Zutari, we're an engineering and infrastructure advisory firm. We're the largest engineering consulting firm in Africa, and we've been in operation for almost 90 years, looking to find solutions to some of the greatest challenges on the continent and internationally. We focus primarily on infrastructure, particularly in the water, the energy, transport and built environments. But we also recognize that it's much more than just about the infrastructure that we provide. It's providing a holistic solution to some of these challenges. And so we have a large focus also on advisory, and particularly increasing focus on issues of sustainability and management of critical infrastructure, and working with communities and clients to help try and solve some of these great challenges.
Here at Zutari, we're able to leverage expertise from multidisciplines, including water, energy, transport, to help clients unpack their challenges across the life cycle, from early stage project development, strategy and policy guidelines, right through detailed design and into the operations.
The green economy is really about providing a resilient future. It's really about investing in an economy that is low carbon, that it's resilient, it's resource efficient, and it's socially inclusive. And it's really important to recognize that it focuses on the triple bottom line. So it's about economic productivity, but it's also about protecting the environment, providing for future generation, and providing job opportunities and social support. There's a lot of interest in investing in green economy solutions, both internationally and through private investors. We're recognizing not only that it's good for the planet and good for people, but it's also good for business. And it's essential that the services we offer, particularly in the engineering and infrastructure sector, has a huge role to play in supporting that economy, and making it easier and more important to invest in those solutions.
When people mention green economy, I think quite often they jump to thinking about green energy and renewable energy because it is a very visible and tangible example of part of the green economy. Historically, energy is a very carbon-intensive industry, and our energy supply has been one of the biggest emitters of greenhouse gases and is having a big impact on climate change. So renewable energy is one part of the solution to that. We at Sutari have been actively involved in over 70% of the renewable projects in South Africa, the REAP rounds 1 to 4, and we're currently actively involved in Bid Window 5 and in the RMIPP program.
There are many ways in which Zutari is helping to invest in the green economy. Infrastructure solutions are really about providing for critical services, and that's both providing basic services for people, but also protecting the environments. And so we've incorporated that into a lot of our designs. There are many case examples. We are, for example, supporting the investments in renewable energy. We've done a lot of work in hydropower plants. We're also providing resilient water supply solutions, and that's not just looking at traditional dams and pump stations. We're looking at alternative sources. We're putting a lot of interest in reuse and desal, and a lot of that is focused around recognizing that these are also large energy users, and so we're finding efficient solutions to provide these services in a more efficient and resource sustainable way.
The other aspect of the green economy is social inclusion, and within the energy sector, universal access to energy is a really important part of that, particularly on the African continent, where the distribution and access to energy is still very, very limited.
The green economy is seen as a great opportunity for the creation of new jobs, and we're seeing a lot of spin-off benefits and co-benefits through investing in the green economy. Providing these sustainable solutions in the African context is particularly important because we depend a lot on our natural resources to provide both our raw materials and resources, but also as a source of income and support for many communities. And so protecting those and incorporating that into the engineering solutions is really critical. We do a lot of work in empowering local communities to be part of the solution, and we find that helps us to come up with a much better solution in the end if they are included from the beginning. And it's really important as to how we manage that going forward into the future.
I think it's important in a project context to remember that the green economy is not an add-on. It's better thought of as a framework for guiding infrastructure development, and therefore needs to be considered from a whole life cycle perspective, taking into account the impacts on environment, the social impact, and also future generations.